This is the Power Couple Podcast
with Conjure Bae and Sade. What's up, guys? This is Sade, and I'm here with Conjure Bae from Third Generation Conjure, and welcome to the Power Couple Podcast. So we're just going to come on and we're going to do a introduction just so you guys can get to know us. And Conjure Bae is going to tell you a little bit about what our goals are here for this podcast.
Hey y'all, we are here to help you incorporate spirituality into your relationship. And those who are single, we are here to help you manifest that perfect person for you.
All right, so our single ladies, our single men, don't worry, this ain't just for couples, but both of you groups will benefit from this podcast. So I do want to just do like a brief introduction so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. And I guess I can just give them a story of like how we met.
Yeah, I think we need to.
All right, so I'll just give you like a brief story of how I met Conjure Bae. So we've been married going on how long? 10 years? 10 years.
You don't even know.
10 years, guys. Okay, so when I met him, I actually had just moved back home, and we are here in Birmingham, Alabama, as most of you know. But I was off away at school for a couple years, and I decided to move back home, and I had a friend that I actually used to work with in high school, and me and her reconnected because she went off to college and had moved back home. So we started hanging out. So one day, me and her were, just kicking it, I guess, and she decided to go over her boyfriend's house. So I finally met her boyfriend. She had already told me about him. And when I met him, he was like, you'll be good for my friend. And I'm like, your friend, So she was like, and at that time I was going to school for criminal justice. And he was like, he going to school for criminal justice too, and he got a crazy baby mama. And I was like, first of all, no, I ain't trying to do no baby mama drama. So, I was like, no, I'm not trying to meet nobody. So then I guess about a week or two later, my friend calls me and was like, hey, you want to go to the mall with me to go get my dad something for his birthday? So I was like, sure. So she pulls up to my house to pick me up, and she got her boyfriend in the car. So I'm like, I thought we were just hanging out, but, I was like, okay, whatever. I get in the car. So as we're driving, she's taking me in the opposite direction in the city than the mall is. And I'm like, where are you going? We're supposed to be going to the mall. And her boyfriend that was in the front seat with her was like, I'm going to take you to meet my friend. And I'm like, I told you, I was not trying to meet nobody. So I pull up, and my now husband, Conjure Bae, was outside. And man, y'all.
She was feeling me.
He looked like Harry Potter, y'all. He had on these glasses. He looked like a little nerd.
She looked like a whole boy.
I did not look like a boy, y'all. I was cute. I ain't cute.
Now?
Well, how I look like a boy?
Yeah, a hat and a Alabama shirt on.
Y'all, I went to Alabama, Roll Tide, by the way. But I had on an Alabama shirt, an Alabama hat, and I had my hair down. So, his friend introduces the two of us, and we just kind of like, we kind of feeling each other out. He looked like a nerd, and I looked like a boy, so maybe we weren't feeling each other at the time. So we exchanged numbers, and then, when did we go on a date? Was it that same night we went to the park?
I think so.
Yeah, so later on that night, we went on a date because I was like, I'll just come back, and we ended up going to the park. I think he took me to the park because he was broke back then.
She looked different when she came back. We're gonna keep it like that.
I was fine. Wasn't I fine?
When you came back?
Y'all, I had went and cleaned up because I cleaned up nice. So I came back, and why you took me to the park? You didn't want to spend no money?
I ain't know you like that.
Y'all, I got him. That first date we went to the park, he was hooked. He was hooked on you.
We went to the park.
But anyway, flash forward. We actually kind of moved pretty quick. We got married, how long was it? Like a year, 2 years? About a year and a half? We got married about a year and a half after after we met. But yeah, so we got pretty serious pretty quickly. And I would say that because we got married, what, about 2 years almost after we met. And we had already had our son. So things moved pretty quickly.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was very quick. So yeah, that's our story. Kind of how we met. I wasn't trying to meet him, and he probably wasn't trying to meet me. Hey, did your friend tell you about me before?
No, it was just a spur of the moment.
But they told me about him though, because my friend was like, "You need to meet him because he real cute." And I was like, "Yo, cute and my cute were not the same thing."
Fine, she said. Fine. Let's get that straight.
So he didn't tell you nothing about me.
No,
He just popped up.
out the blue.
So he just like randomly rolled up to his house with a girl and was like, "Hey, I want you to meet her."
But I told him don't bring random chicks to my house.
He done brought random chicks to your house before?
Yeah, his little chicks.
No, random chicks for you to meet.
Oh no.
Oh, this was just but get this, y'all. So we got married, right? And how about when did they break up? Like we was still dating.
A week.
Yeah, they broke up like a week later, y'all. So y'all see how spirit worked. You see how it moved, because I was not trying to meet him, and then now those two aren't even together. So yeah, I find that kind of interesting. So if your friend trying to hook you up with somebody, you say they go for it.
Check first.
You didn't check. I just randomly popped up at your house. It was like the ancestors themselves brought me to his doorstep, y'all.
Okay.
He ain't look at it like that. But yeah, so me and my husband, we got married, like I said, and we were young when we got married. We weren't even like established in no careers or anything like that. So we actually struggled like financially for a while. And like what's so funny is that I grew up in this practice of hoodoo. If you guys don't know anything about our company, we are Third Generation Conjure is the company that we run, and we specialize in spiritual supplies and services catered to the practice of hoodoo and just everything spiritual. So yeah, so like I said, I grew up in this practice, and I knew how to change my situation, and I didn't because I was scared. I thought he was gonna think I was like a witch or something, because he was so closed-minded, y'all. Were you not?
I was.
He was very, very closed-minded. So, and any time I would do like work, like he was trying to get a job in a certain field, and like I went to work for him. When he told me about it, I never told him that though. Like I did work for that job, and yeah, I used to have to go to my mama's house, and then my mama, she had like a herb room, right, where she kept all of her herbs and her oils and stuff. And it used to be in a computer room that she had there. And every time he would come to the house, he would be like, "I got to get on the computer." I'm like, "You ain't got to use no computer." But he would always come in that room. And then he finally asked my dad, was like, "What's all these herbs?" And my dad was like, Sade mama, a herbalist. And he was just like, "Okay." So then my mom was like, "Oh, we got to move it." So she moved it to a room upstairs. And do you know he still tried to get in that room? He was just nosy.
I was very nervous.
Why you tried to get in that room? You ain't know what it was?
No,
Did you think it was weird? You saw herbs sitting around.
I did.
What you thought? You thought she cooked with it? You thought she was cook? He knew my mama didn't cook, y'all. She didn't cook.
So it's very weird to have herbs and you don't cook.
But people use herbs for like medicine and medicinal type things. But he ain't know nothing about that, y'all. I had to wake him like all the way up. But anyway, when he did finally find out, so my mom and I decided we had this idea to start this company. And we would like sneak and like make different oils and stuff, because this stuff has to sit up. So we worked on this shop for like, what was it, like a year before we even launched it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so like we worked on this shop for like a year before we even launched it out. And we were like making oils in secret. And then finally I was like, I mean, like, I can't keep this a secret from him. So my dad was like, "Well, he in the family, he need to know." And we told him, and I kind of explained to him what we did. And like, he looked crazy, y'all. He did.
You want to know why I look crazy?
Why?
Because you can do all this work and you let us struggle. That's why I look crazy.
I don't think he like he didn't know what it was. So I think you kind of like, were you scared when I told you?
No.
You weren't scared. You didn't think like I was like a witch or something.
At first.
At
At
first.
first, yeah.
But you had never heard of the practice before.
No, but I was like, if this my wife, I love her, so
Oh.
I'm a roll with it.
See, and I know a lot of people because I have a lot of couples that, not couples, but a lot of people that I might do counseling with. And they tell me that is a significant problem that they see. You know, they may practice and their significant other is not into it. And they're kind of like you hear them call them a closet witch, where they're kind of hiding things, kind of how I was, but I wasn't really working. We were just struggling for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if you do have somebody that you're trying to, you know, get them to open up, this might be a podcast that you want them to listen to, just so they can see different perspectives, and even perspectives of, you know, my husband, who didn't know what we did, and him coming in kind of blinded, and you know, kind of learning the practice, and you know, learning the history behind it and all of that. Anything else you wanted to add?
How you didn't start it before? And
Because I said, like, a lot of people, especially y'all, we are in the South. You know, we're in the Bible Belt. So a lot of people are like in the church a lot. And, you know, this practice has been seen as like demonic. So I didn't want to like tell you that and you'd be like, what she got going on?
you could have did it in secret.
I was. But you know, this practice is done in secret. But I did do it in secret. I just like, we were at the house, y'all. Like, I couldn't be sitting there burning 7-day candles on the dresser. I mean, if you walked in there and saw all of that sitting on the dresser, what you would have thought?
You like candles.
You a lie.
I'm a guy. We think differently.
I should have just got me some of them Glade candles and put them 3 holes in it and put me some oil in it. You would have known the difference, y'all.
Making money and smelling good.
Men don't pay attention to details. So what kind of message you got to like any? Because I get a lot of women, and it's actually like the men who are not, you know, they don't know anything about it. So what message would you tell the women, you know, as far as them coming out to their significant other?
I would just say tell them. I mean, if they love you, they're gonna be with you. If it works, then that's a plus as well.
Yeah, but for you to believe it, did you have to see it work first?
Yeah. I mean, it's coming from where you come from. It's
Culture.
yeah. I mean, you never seen it done before, so once you see it, it's like wow.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, it was something that was done in secret, so you could even had your grandma over there doing something you never knew it, or your granddaddy.
Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah, because people don't just come out and be like, hey, this is what I do. It's kind of, you know, just one of those things that's passed down through families. But we are not going to make this show too long. I just wanted you to come, you know, just wanted to come on and let you guys kind of get to know us and kind of fill us out. And the next show we're going to do, we are actually going to do that live. We're actually going to be talking about like the number one topic that I get like in my DMs on our third generation Conjure Instagram. And that is about love work. And if you guys know us, we're going to have Auntie on here to talk a little bit about that as well. And we're going to actually see if I did love workings to bring my husband in.
Tomorrow when you put the drawers in the back.
Ain't nobody put no drawers in the back. Y'all, he learned one little mechanism and now that's all he be studying. I got to go see if my drawers accounted for. You know, when them buried some of mine's in the yard.
Better check.
No, he didn't. Oh. But yeah, so tune in to our show. We're doing this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this again has been the Power Couple Podcast. And until next time, guys, peace.